Hello everyone, welcome back to the Back by Channel TV. We're here outside St James's Park. Apologies, there's no fan cam tonight, being let down by the cameraman. So if anyone is a cameraman out there, do message me. We need a cameraman, so no fan cams tonight. Not that I was in a mood for one to be here, just want to get home and forget about this day already, to be honest. It's been an absolute shit show. It's been terrible. I can't believe that we have came away from that game and not even got a point. The point was a bad result. Núñez equalising was a kick in the teeth, but to lose that game and to see Klopp smiling and the Liverpool fans chanting behind me afterwards, have a look at the vlog on that one. It's just a kryptonite for Liverpool, isn't it? I don't think it would matter in 10 years' time if we were the best team in the world, won the treble, and Liverpool were in League 4, Conference League. They'd still beat us somehow. We just can't seem to beat Liverpool. I don't know what it is, we just can't seem to do it. I see a lot of fans there when I'm leaving St James's Park, blaming Eddie Howe, blaming the substitutions of Tonali and Gordon, and I do have to agree with that in a sense. I think it was mental to bring off Sandro Tonali, who was bossing things for us in the midfield. Gordon, I'm hearing maybe, did he have a little bit of a limp? Did he need to come off? But again, he was our best player. I don't think we got the ball into Isak enough. I thought a lot of times we were passing left to right too much. Sometimes going down to 10 men and playing against 10 men can make life a bit harder for you because they put more behind the ball and they make things a bit more difficult, and then you're looking for pockets of space. I thought second half we didn't push on enough. 1-0 at half time, should have been 2, 3 or 4. Second half we just didn't do enough. A bit too much dillying and dallying, a bit too much passive progression, just side to side, it's cushy this, it's 1-0. Saying the bloke next to me, we need to get a second. And I said it in the vlog actually, you can listen to it at half time. I'm saying we need to kill this game off. We need a second, we need a third. Just a second, to be fair. In Liverpool, they would have crumbled, it would have been 4. They would have crumbled and it would have been a good few more past them, but we didn't do enough. Let's be honest. I mean, we had the ball, so much possession, so many shots wide, and just that last final touch, the last final shot. We've hit the post a couple of times. Alisson's made 1 or 2 great saves, but Almiron hit that post after a great run. But the only good thing he did do, I thought he was poor today again, showing that he's got no right foot, showing that that is a weakness, showing that we should have strengthened that in the transfer window. There's still time, but we won't. Another big worry is obviously Botman going down injured and Dan Burn replacing him at centre back, and then Target coming on. I think that's a cause for concern. Let's hope Sven Botman isn't too serious. Will that make us go into the transfer market again? It shows how close we are. It shows what will happen if we do get an injury to the defence. But it's just, I've never ever been so frustrated leaving St James's Park after dominating the game. Like, we should have finally shut them up today. We should have showed who's boss. We should have showed who's top 4. And they were shocking today. Liverpool were so bad. They were so crap. They did nout. They did absolutely nothing. We're playing against 10 men. Trent should have got sent off. He should have had 2 yellows. They should have been down to 9 men, really. Van Dijk goes off. You think, right, we're in for a treat here. Gordon scores 1-0. Right, brilliant. That lad from Everton, he scored against his arch rivals. We're in for a classic here. We're in for 3-4. Could even be like Spurs. We just didn't do enough. Didn't capitalise. Like I say, we've hit the post stuff. We've been unlucky, and sometimes it's not your day, and sometimes we just can't beat Liverpool. Like I said, it's our absolute kryptonite. There's a fucking gypsy curse on Liverpool against Newcastle. There has to be some sort of freak of nature curse that stops us beating these. What more can we do to not win here? I mean, we should have killed the game off. You can whinge, you can rant, you can complain about Klopp, about the subs, about the refs, about this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, didn't put the ball in the back of the net more than once, and if we had of, it would have been an easy game. We get that second, and we should have been half time. We should have been 2 or 3, easy. We didn't do it, and the chat should have been enough. We don't. Darwin Núñez, fucking St James's Park. Please, can we get some bastard signal or some Wi-Fi? I was at Man City last week. 5G Wi-Fi, brilliant. Can we get something here? I said when Núñez came on, he shouldn't have scored. He scored here last year. He's the only team he turns up against. He comes on. Not only does he score 1, he scores 2. I can't get on a betting website to bet to win at least some money as a consolation. And he scores 2, and you're just scratching your heads there. Scratching your heads, leaving the ground angry, devastated that we haven't even got a point. Even a point, like I said, was a kick in the teeth. A point was going to be absolutely gutting, A point. I'm absolutely devastated, I really am. We've got Brighton away next week. That's a tough game. Football's a horrible game sometimes, like, innit? You either love it or hate it. And today is definitely a hate one because you question, you look around, you think it's the first half. I thought, well, brilliant. Tonali, fantastic. Gordon, very, very good. At the back, solid. But you don't create enough clear-cut chances to take them chances. You're asking for it. You're inviting it. And big teams like Liverpool know how to score in big moments. They've done it before in the past, and they've done it again. I'm devastated because this does feel like a battle now between Klopp and Tyndall and Klopp and Howe and Liverpool and Newcastle and the financial fair play and all of that. and we've just been outdone again in the last few minutes. Funny that, innit? What happens as well? Alisson wasting time. You'll see it in the vlog. Alisson, Liverpool players, completely wasting time. Little old Liverpool, big old Liverpool, sorry, coming to little old Newcastle, the mighty Champions League champions, one of the best in history, and they're coming here and they're wasting time. And then you can't rate that, even though they were wasting time, they managed to get a winner in the 93rd minute, whatever it was. My God. It's sickening, it's heartbreaking, it's very harsh, but it's football. And listen, if you don't put your chances away, you're always open to conceding at the other end. Yes, we're fantastic for probably 45 to 60 minutes, but again, Barnes came on, huffed and puffed, should have scored, didn't score. Getting to good areas, didn't make the most of it. It's devastating. It really is. I'm really, really down today about that. It's just an absolute bummer, and it's not good in terms of, you want to set yourself up for a good start of the season. We know things are going to get harder when the Champions League starts, and when you think of how poor we were against City last week, and then tonight as well, not getting anything. 3 points out of 3 games. It was a tough start. Brighton next week. Devastating. Let us know in the comments what you thought of today's game. I think there's a lot to talk about. I've touched on points there, but I'm wounded to see Liverpool go away with all 3 points, to come back when they didn't deserve it. Fair enough if they turned up today, they smashed us, they steamrolled us, Salah was amazing, this, that and the other, and they won that they have done in previous years. You hold your hands up, you say, right, they're the better team. We were the better team, didn't take the chances, lost the game. Against 10 men as well, fuck's sake. I can't even be arsed to answer AGT and all the Scouts fans are going to have in me comments. Let us know what you thought of the game, people. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you on the next one.